Hello everyone, this is me, Dusty Circuit here, and welcome to some Fortnite with Skade.
Welcome, Dusty. How are you?
Good.
Good. Alright, you guys, anyone else need an invite that is not here? Rosie, you playing with us, or are you just getting the call? Rosie.
I like this new skin I got.
There we go. Thank you, Rosie.
Which one is you, Blue? Are you the green person?
I am green. It's St. Patrick's Day.
Let me go look at my locker.
I can't remember how to do the shiny how Riley has on hers. So.
1 second. I think I have something green. Here we go.
You don't have any green skins? Well, blue is really good. Just saying.
I'll switch to my green skin right now. 1 second.
What if they made a Billy Joe skin? That'd be crazy.
I believe I have it somewhere in here. I'm coming. I just gotta. Is it Isabella? Where is she? I know. Here we go.
Did you just do? I'm so happy, Riley, to have that one. And this one. Evan!
Yes.
That's a Tootsie Roll, since you've never seen a Tootsie Roll.
Let me see. I've seen like pictures of them online before.
No, it's in game. Listen, Riley and I are both playing it.
Oh.
Tootsie Roll.
Oh my god.
I have these and I don't wear the... Oh, I'm like you, Lamb. I won't wear the opposite. So you won't wear girl ones, I won't wear boy ones.
Let's
Blue,
I get that.
Let's ready up.
Yeah, you guys ready up?
Yes.
Ready up? Yeah, I know, waiting on a man.
Wait, how am I not ready? It says I am ready. Ready. Oh, here we go.
Did you know that you can actually archive your skins, Blue?
Blue, look
I
at
saw
this.
that. I just saw that like a couple days ago and I went, what? That way they're not... That way they're not, I don't have to look at them.
You wanted to do your intro, please?
Oh, did we lose Riley? We should... Wouldn't that be so cool if you could trade? I could give you all the guy skins and you could give me all the girl skins. I like that.
Hello, whoever joined. Hello.
Hello.
Shotzi's here. The good one is
The good one has joined.
What happened to Riley?
Whoa! Schultze, you've been working out.
Yes, you have. I've invited you to the party as well, Shotzi.
He's
Is
here.
that the Resident Evil skin?
He's here, Evan.
I'm sorry, I meant Riley, sorry.
Oh, I think
Oh, never mind,
Riley...
Riley's left. Okay.
Let me see. Let me see if she texted me. Oh, it's 12:12.
Who hasn't readied up?
Evan.
Let's go.
I was waiting to
It's
see
always
if
Evan.
I was waiting to see if Riley would win. Are you gonna do your?
I don't think she's coming back.
Is Dusty gonna do his intro?
I already
He did.
Here he did. Here he did, Evan.
Oh, you did? Oh, psst, I'm behind apparently.
Squawk.
Blue,
Squawk. Squawk.
Are you happy
What's
up,
sweet
Jojo?
today, or...
He's
Apparently.
he just got his driver's license and bought a car, so his brain is all over the place.
Just dead, yeah.
Blue,
He's
what
got
level are you?
excitement. 20.
You
I
level
haven't played
20?
all week. I literally have not played all week.
I'm only level 12. I'm trying to do some quests. It's taking a second.
Rumbles are great for that, and especially because our group, like, if we do something like if someone like cuts down a tree and that happened to be one of yours, you get credit when they do it. So
Yeah.
Rumbles are a great way to blow through quests. That's why I do it every Friday.
Yeah. Anyone know what a let's see, what was the one I was trying to figure out what it was? Was it, let's see. It was something nitro. I have to ride some nitro thing.
Discord Nitro?
No, Ah, yes. Destroy objects while drifting or boosting in a nitro drifter. What's that?
A car.
It's
One
probably
of the cars.
car.
Yeah, they're called you'll see them. It's the one Lamb. We were just in Lamb, that one. We were playing a little bit ago.
I watched Dusty's video of me playing my parkour.
Oh, yay!
It was
I
a
saw
great
some of that video too.
I love the music you used for it, Dusty.
Oh, Rosie then.
I'm glad you liked the video.
Yep.
Oh, and I know a place where I can for certain get a sword. No one else knows it, but I know it.
There's a few spots on the map that are like that.
Castles or have them on the walls.
Yeah.
Well,
I know where to get.
not the castles, but
Or not the
Where's
castle,
the-
but whatever
Yeah.
that is. I call them castles.
Where's the
Yeah.
vault thing? I heard there's some new vault thing or something. Like, I saw in the home menu there was something about a vault or something.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. but they're probably not in Team Rumble.
I was gonna say, I don't think it'll be in Team Rumble though. Usually the vaults aren't in Team Rumble.
There it is, my pretty sword.
It is very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
If
Apparently there used
you're
to
into
be
purple swords. It is very pretty.
apparently there used to be something called the Infinity Sword in my
Yeah, that was chapter 1.
I remember people used to hate it so much, but it was never really that OP. It was just the concept, and they were just not used to it yet.
Didn't they
Yeah.
remove it though because it was so OP? People were complaining.
Yeah.
I used it in creative.
It really wasn't that bad. I used it and had it used against me several times.
Now I need to get
It was brought back like a couple seasons ago, or like maybe even like a whole chapter ago. It was brought back for like a short period of time. It was unvaulted. Do you remember that, Nin? I can't remember what season it was.
It was in a LTM.
Are you sure that was an LTM? I don't remember it being an LTM.
Yeah, it had it was called Sword Fight LTM, and it basically
No.
had
It wasn't. It was like it wasn't like that
well,
was
it
all
wasn't the base game. It was not.
It had to have been an LTM of something, I guess. Yeah, I'm not big on LTMs. I typically don't play them.
anyone
Unless you
LTMs
played
are
it.
pretty fun, but they kind of dropped the ball on them in Chapter 3 and Chapter 4.
anyone seen a Nitro Drifter?
No, but
yeah.
if I see one, I'll let you know.
I got in second on
Ooh,
solo match.
Ooh, nice, Schulte.
ooh, I got some more weapons. Anyone want another sword? I have a second sword.
I actually would. I'm actually been looking for one.
One sec.
I'm very green. I'm easy to spot.
Oh, I can't hold two at a time.
Oh, okay.
Ah, you want me to mark it for you? Oh, you're not in my team.
Yeah, I'm not in your team. It's okay. I'll find one, or if I don't, I'm gonna work on some other quests, so it's all good.
I'm gonna be right back.
There's a sword quest.
No, there's not sword quests, but like I was just looking for one to play with it. But I can work on quests. I need to work on quests more than I need to play with the sword. More than I need the sword. So.
Ah, there we go. A Nitro Drifter.
Oh, you found
I'm
one?
level
Good, good.
20.
I just need. They're not motorcycles, right?
No, it's a car. They say nitro on them, if I remember right. I only remember that because we just played and Lamb had a car and I'm almost positive it had nitro on it.
I'm trying to. How do I even do this? Quest. Destroy objects while drifting or boosting in nitro.
So basically, drive and destroy things while you're driving it and boost. Like,
How do I
use
boost
the-
with these?
it should show you on it. It's either spacebar or shift bar. It should show you on the side when you're in the car where you see the controls. It'll say something for boost. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there you go.
Who would want a crossbow?
I wanted to play last night. I tried to convince Nin that we needed our Valkyrie meeting while playing Fortnite, but he felt we would get more done if we didn't. So, yeah.
Which we did.
Which we did. But I wanted to play. Work first. Mhm.
Oh, I found another sword. It's by Slappy Shores. It's next to this gas station.
That's good timing because I just died, so maybe I'll go like give it up. Oh, wait.
It's really I'm by this place called Slappy Shores, and someone's about to pick it. Nope, no one picked it up. It's next to a Ice Age.
Okay.
I'll protect it for you. Oh, never mind. Someone's here. They're probably gonna steal it.
It's okay. Like I said, it's not a big deal. I have other stuff I'm working on. I was just gonna mess with it. I don't have like a. I didn't need it. I just want to play with it.
Okay, I killed him. Never mind, they killed me. And it's in the storm now. So.
Oh, there's Evan. He's sitting AFK. What should we do to him?
Kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this snow blue and glowing blue?
It's ice.
Blue's the best color ever.
Oh, it's a den or something. Interesting. It's like an igloo. Yeah, interesting. Ooh. No, this does not lead somewhere.
Excuse me. That was my house. Excuse me. Evan got killed. I did my best.
Oh, Blue, I saw it a video on YouTube about someone who made a house out of a ambulance.
Oh, really? That's so cool. It's really cool. For those that don't know, I had always said it would be cool. In high school, I thought it'd be fun to own an ambulance. And like have party in the back, so like you could have your friends like in the back of the ambulance.
The sword is really fun. It's fun to speed with.
It is fun.
Ooh, bad guy. Better go kill him.
I was eviscerating enemies on right with that.
I placed a floor and it didn't place at all, and then that killed me. It's nice.
Not great, I'm dead. Almost dead. These people are just showing off doing this quest. I'm trying to find a good one. Let's get
Being
air.
targeted, guys. Me.
Quick, quick, brown, blue.
Hurry, I'm gonna hide.
I don't know where Blue is, so can't help.
Hello.
I know, but I don't know where you are.
I'm up on a mountain, but that doesn't really tell you anything, unfortunately, because there's lots of mountains. Oh, and I died.
Did the person that was kill you die?
Luminal Uncle died. I mean, killed me. Interesting name. Bounty accepted.
Oh good, I'm getting XP from
How am I still being targeted when I just died?
because there's
Cleared it.
Kind of a bug.
Yeah, I'm like, how many times do I have to die?
But maybe
Well,
it's
it's
the
good.
person that was.
Oh, and I-
get bars from it.
I just got the achievement that said I evaded.
Even though you died.
I died. Yeah, like that is the exact opposite of evading in my book, but okay.
I want a cow catcher back. I missed the cow catcher. Ooh, interesting. This is interesting. More slap juice. I do love slap juice. It gives me great stuff.
Come on, I dare you. Come up here. Come up here. I dare you. I dare you. Got him.
I shot the person and it was our teammate.
I shot Lamb. I killed them for you. That's the best I can do.
Where are you at, Blue? Are you
They
at,
paid the price. Trust me.
Are you at the Bastion? The
You're
giant,
welcome.
Blue, are you at
The-
the giant Great Callus?
The clip saves. I'll show you in a little bit.
Oh, Blue, are you at this giant gray this gray building?
Nope, I'm in the snow.
Hmm.
I was in the snow.
Getting sniped sucks.
Yes, that you are not a fan of being sniped. As I snipe somebody. Sorry. Oh, I'm so dumb. I just tried to kill my own teammate.
Well, you can, anyways. can't.
Well, I know, but I couldn't see because of the snow. I couldn't see the little halo. You know how like you can see like the little white halo above them, but they were in the snow, so like I couldn't see it. Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day to those that celebrate.
I don't
Top
want
of the morning to you. Top of the morning. I don't think that's a very Australian
I
sound
sometimes-
or Irish.
A sword sucks when you get hit by it. It's awesome when you.
That's how I felt about the hammer
Can you
too.
Can you not make snowman? Can you not make snowballs anymore?
I don't think so, actually.
No.
Should be able to.
I got him just as you about to swipe me with.
There's no reason for them to disable it.
Well, it doesn't look like I can, because I can't.
Pop your head out.
Is this... Nope, that's Schultzy.
I waited so long at that one, that poor person. Wahaha. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fun, shooting.
Are you on the ice, Blue?
Am I on the ice? No, I'm actually, flying into the ice.
93. This is why I don't like the Maven shotgun. Does so little damage.
You should have been in the llama call. We just had a whole talk about the Maven, and because Evan had a killing thing, and then we'll tell you it was a really long conversation. We won't repeat it.
Blue, was that you? No, that's...
It was, see? And he had the Maven, and he had a gray Maven.
Oh,
What
Blue,
kind of damage do you think a gray Maven does?
Blue, I found you.
Maybe like 100 max.
Hops.
I'm coming for you.
That would be like really like. That would be like really like in their face though too.
Oh, there's someone killing me.
Maybe hitting a headshot, it would be 100. Like that's literally how
Maybe.
bad it is.
Yeah.
I feel like the combat's a bit nerfed in this game.
See, and I'm actually digging the combat right now. I'm usually not a big combat person, and I like the combat.
Oh, it always takes.
Yay, we did it, guys!
always-
We got second place.
I only say that because it always takes 3 hits to get a kill with it for me.
The combat, to me, it depends on what color it is, and it depends on how close I am. And if
That
it's a
reminds
headshot.
me.
I had an epic one.
The Havoc pump is so good though.
That reminds me, I had
Yeah, it really is.
something for a pump weapon, I think. Let's see.
Havoc is good, but Havoc, the reload on it is so slow that, like, you gotta hit your shot.
You gotta hit your shot or switch to an SMG.
Yes,
That's
a damage opponent with a Havoc pump shotgun. I don't know what a Havoc pump shotgun is.
shot.
Where's Evan?
They're gone.
Evan. What's his name these days? ... Evan. We'll give him like a minute, and if he doesn't come back in a minute, we'll kick him. No.
Okay, I'm back.
I think I haven't. Oh, hi, welcome back. Sorry.
Hello.
We couldn't go forward until you come back into the game.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hold you guys up.
That's right. I even protected you at one point. I did. I put you on a
Did?
wall.
Wow.
I did. I really did.
You know what? That is a absolute blessing. Thank you so much.
She didn't do anything.
Then I died. No, Blue Lamb is correct. I did die right after.
I
I did though. I even put a little roof on your house. It was cute.
hope you guys weren't waiting for me too long. I wouldn't want you guys to
I think
have
it's
to.
been
hold
like
up again.
12-ish minutes. So
Shut up.
I'm kidding. It's been like 30 seconds.
Shut-
It's
You
really
did it
got pretty
again.
quiet.
You did it again. You
Oh,
did
that's
it
right.
again.
I'm working on not saying just kidding, by the way, guys. So
Just
yeah,
kidding.
I'm just kidding. I'm not really working on it.
Yes, because I really did think I was 12 minutes, and that's how long you guys were waiting. Sorry. Thank you for
Well,
the
your
clarifying.
average lava tree sessions are typically 12 to 24 minutes.
Oh,
so
yeah, they could be long ones. Yeah.
depends on what
it's-
you ate for dinner, but you know.
It's quite a hassle. Like if I've had a full-on banquet, then I might
Oh.
be there all evening.
You just basically live on the toilet at that point.
Yes, pretty much.
I had Sloppy Joe for lunch again.
I love Sloppy Joes. They're so underrated. Like, they're so good. I'm sure like people will not agree with me, but I like them.
They're decent.
Ooh, a Rapidash.
I came in like the red.
Then when's the next event for Pokemon going in? Like when's it start? Like today?
Well, I mean, the community day starts
tomorrow. Oh, that's right.
And then the Next
Like
one.
is it the
coming
spring
up soon.
thing? Is it where is it where the EVs have flowers again?
No,
Or is there one between that?
it's the one that was announced a little bit ago, and then the rocket takeover just after it.
Oh good, I need a rocket takeover. I
First?
really need a rocket takeover.
Okay, so first I gotta get
I'm trying to beat a Team Rocket boss.
Is
So,
it Giovanni?
Yeah.
We can help you. We can help you with like setting up the best.
Yeah.
If you need help, I always need help with it. I usually go to Nin and be like, "Hey, can you help me like put together a team for this?" Because Giovanni is very difficult. So if you would like some help with it, just let me know and like I can help
Okay.
you.
I need to go to the city to get a
Oh.
motorbike machine.
It's hard.
time
He's hard.
Next time I get, I'm on my phone. I'll get and playing.
Okay.
When is Fortnite gonna switch to electric vehicles?
When the I'm not gonna make a global warming charter joke. Never mind.
You really
I was gonna
wriggled
make a joke like, you know, like, oh, when they decide to like care about global warming or something like that.
really wriggled your way out of that one.
But then
didn't
I
you?
remembered it's not really a joke in some countries, so never mind.
Well, they actually, it's what's really cool though is there are some concepts for a hydrogen car which don't even use electricity; they just use literal hydrogen. And if we can make hydrogen cars
Like a
efficient
blimp?
enough,
There's already a car that uses what's it called? It's not hydrogen. It's like a liquid that kind of freezes the pump when it's
Oh really?
pumped into the car.
Oh, is it like is it nitrous oxide?
I don't know.
Is it the one that
It's-
they made on corn oil fuel? Or
There's
corn
a-
oil?
No, but it's basically just like not a fuel, quote unquote, but it kind of changes like it can easily take away molecules on it, which means that it has a very high like energy content, which means that in the engine it basically separates the two molecules and gets energy from it.
Is that not like a
so it's able
water
to
car?
use it.
Because there's like
Yeah, it's basically a water car, I think.
yeah,
like,
because that's
but
it's
not with
kind of
water.
based it's kind of
And it
based off
outputs
of
oxygen, actually, I think.
yes, it does, because hydrogen is made up of water and oxygen, and what they're
Yeah.
trying to do is like
Hydrogen.
this is
yeah.
so what they're doing is so they have the hydrogen car right now, and there's concepts of that, but what they're trying to do is if they can get that really efficient, we could one day have cars that work completely on water. Because they would extract the
I
They
heard of
actually
a
have cars.
flashlight that sort of works that way, but it wasn't very good.
it's kind of it's a developing technology. I don't know like where it exactly is at, but I remember like hearing about how if we can get hydrogen cars to a point that really work, we could one day have cars that literally run on.
The only
like,
problem
Whoa.
where are you gonna? Only
Like
problem is
steam? Are you talking like steam?
No, literal
We do
water.
have
Like
hydrogen cars already.
blue
It's just
hydrogen
they're not
is
super
flammable.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of hydrogen. I'm thinking of blimp, and then I'm thinking about, you know,
Yeah.
blowing up.
But
and I'm
that's
like,
that's in air form. That's like in gas.
that's in like
gas.
this
That's
is not that would not be in it wouldn't be like it would not be like the Hindenburg in any capacity.
And
it would be
also keep in mind gasoline is just as explosive, by the way.
yeah,
And
is.
it actually literally uses ignition, like it you
Sparks,
know
yeah.
lights up the
Yeah.
liquid, like the gas. Yeah, not
The
actual gas,
Hindenburg-
but like gasoline.
Well,
So if anything, it's a lot more dangerous to run a car than to
the
run a
Hindenburg
hydrogen car.
that
the radio right now is
particular-
playing, just really quickly, on my radio on the game is playing Master Puppets, and that's amazing.
the Hindenburg
Metallica in Fortnite, this is great.
Can we
The
just,
only problem
Hindenburg
can we all shut up and let Evan talk for a moment?
Yes, but let's sass nicely.
as nicely. Don't need to say that to get me to talk. All I was going to say is the reason we think about like a blimp being really flammable is the infamous Hindenburg situation. But that was one that was in a gas form, and two, if you think about it, that was like basically a balloon, which is much more like has a much weaker, more vulnerable shell than a car as well. So it's kind of like it's not. It wouldn't be the same. But they all I was going to say was that there are some working hydrogen cars, and one day if they get hydrogen cars to a point that really are sustainable and are mass produced, we could one day literally see cars that run on pure water. Like you literally just top up your car with water, and
Oh,
that's
I'm
enough to get it powered.
It also,
The only problem
also
is where you're gonna
technically-
get the hydrogen from.
there's
Hydrogen
already
is in
hydrogen
water.
pumps and stuff.
Yeah,
so
but it
people,
takes energy to get that hydrogen out.
That's the
There's
challenge
already,
they're trying to deal with.
Yeah, there's
Well,
already
I have
like,
an
pumps
idea.
and
Oh,
stuff
he's
that
so
go
dead,
into
Lamb.
it.
He's so dead.
Why not just
There's already pumps that like
He killed me?
pump it out in California where hydrogen cars are being mainly tested. They're basically technically electric cars, by the way. They just convert the energy.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
just a
put it
different
into-
type of electric. Yeah, it's not.
And,
it's not like from the power grid.
And honestly, that I feel like a lot of people are gonna find that appealing because it's just kind of like right now people are used to the certain way that they run the car, and it's just filling up at the gas station, and then
You know what?
it's already filled up, and then they can just drive for hours.
We need to
and
do
stuff.
something to make
But,
it
my
more
opinion,
cheaper.
In my
that-
opinion,
It's never gonna just be one car type that's gonna be in the future. It's gonna be electric times hydrogen.
Yeah, a hydro. If a hydrothermal vent is a crack in the surface at, like, let's say you're at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, it's like a leak from the crust where gases and everything.
is that what they're
Expand.
called? I didn't
Yeah.
know they were called that. Okay, yeah, I've heard of those. I didn't know that's what they were called. That's really cool. So it's like an artificial one. How does that work?
Well, I would think you would just drill where the crust is thin at the bottom of the ocean, and then use materials that we have that could withstand that high temperatures that from the crust, and then harvest.
Just harvest the energy.
That's an interesting idea.
Well, the problem is that's kind of
Very
a
good.
that's kind of a limited resource, and we want it to be not.
Geothermal
we want it
is
to be
only
renewable.
viable in like volcanic regions.
It's also well, the other thing too is like it's also a specific type of energy. Like there are some places that really benefit from geothermal energy. There are others that really don't. But I think like when it comes to electric cars or just any kind of car that uses an alternative to diesel, petrol, or gasoline or whatever you guys call it,
Gas.
I feel like
Just gas.
there isn't really, in my opinion, okay. Obviously, for most people, the appeal is it's more like it's better for the environment, right? Because it's not directly
Well,
causing emissions. But
and it's also
you gotta
there's also
Well,
a convenience to it. Like you don't have to go to a gas station anymore. You can just charge it at
Well,
your house.
Well, it's not just that, but I think that the problem as well with trying to get everybody interested in electric car, you've already got the environmentally concerned people involved, and that's a huge thing. You have to be able to get those who do not care about the environment interested
That's
in
the hard
electric
part,
cars.
and especially in the
You
US.
you have to get them to, and I think personally, they should design a vehicle like an electric car, which is still purely electric, but it makes the same engine noise that a car that is running on petrol.
See,
A lot of
the
people
thing is,
love-
they don't make the noise. They are completely
Right.
silent with the
They are dead
motors,
silent.
and they add extra noise, and people
And
are already
that's-
like, "That's stupid. Why would I buy that?"
Exactly, they don't think it's, and also it's quite like a cultural thing. It's quite like it feels really good to have a car that has that kind of punch, and you don't feel that in electric cars. So my kind of thought process is that they should design electric cars that are electric, but they have an artificial like sound to them, so they actually
already
still
make
give
them,
you.
though.
Yeah.
They should.
And
they
then the
should
car
really,
people are like super against it because they're like, "Oh, why would I buy a car with
Oh,
fake
car
sound?"
people are yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I
here,
feel
like in the U.S., it's a really big debate about electric cars because you have like the people that are like, yes, electric cars are amazing. They save us in gas. They save us in, environmental concerns. They're great. And then you have the other half that are like, you're not taking my gas guzzler, my pickup truck.
it's about getting those people interested.
I don't think in the U.S. we will ever come to like an agreement
Yeah,
on
Well,
cars.
when they banned the cars,
That's-
they-
I don't think
what kind of
That
hack
reminds
changes from after
at some
like,
point, but it
100
should be
years?
What's
a
gonna
positive
happen-
change. Should just be a
What's
positive
gonna
change.
happen
Like,
is
I don't see it
gas
as that.
cars
That's
will
the
never
problem.
get
it that way, then.
banned. What's gonna happen is companies are gonna build them very, very cheaply. That they'll have issues like long before electric cars do, and that's gonna
I think-
be ultimately what
Well-
moves people to electric. Probably.
Well, the
well,
thing
yeah,
that people
that in
the
cart,
thing-
yeah, they start doing that.
And while I
The thing
don't entirely agree with like forcing people to be electric, I also think that it's kind of needed as a society.
At some point, it is kind of a it kind of gets to a point where there is. See, like for me though, I feel like you have to, because if we really look at an electric car, they are very beneficial to the environment and they have a lot of great perks. But if you really think about it, if you do not care about the environment or you don't even agree there is a problem with the environment,
right, which some people just truly don't agree with.
let's just like make a hypothetical. So none of us care about the environment. We don't think there's any problems with gas guzzlers, diesel, petrol, whatever. Or gasoline, sorry. We just drive our cars. There is a massive benefit to electric cars if you're looking at it from a non-environmental standpoint. Now,
even
they are
an environmental, like, and then it's actually, they're pretty good because they have high torque, and that means that your car moves, like, you know, like
it's more
if you're
fuel
driving
efficient,
up hills.
but well, the biggest problem is batteries at the minute. One is that batteries are ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
The other problem they don't store enough.
Is a very big negative thing right now.
Also,
that's the biggest.
We'll
right
also
there.
look at this too.
They're
It's
flammable.
well, it's also convenience too, right? You at a gas station, you pull up, and within the same 5 minutes of pulling up, you've already filled your tank and you're good to go. You have to charge an electric car for hours before it's full. And that's not ideal. It's not. Now it's improving.
I don't
and the
think that cars that are
technology.
hybrids that do both.
See, like
Actually,
those are
more
pretty good, but-
it's actually more on the lower end side. It's more like an hour or so if you're supercharging. I should
the idea
also
is
note that like the benefit with electric cars and like, you know, the high torque is like if you have a hydrogen car, you also have electric motors, which also have high.
I don't really see. For me, it's like more. They don't. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, why not make it so, like, let's say you have a station that just has make it so you can pull up, take the batteries out of your car, take the batteries that are charged, and like swap the batteries out.
That's very
There's not enough
complicated.
battery.
Like the battery is like the size, like the batteries. These
And
batteries
expensive.
are very big.
Yeah.
Our battery technology is awful at the minute.
Oh,
Like
man.
it's getting
In the
better.
first place.
Like battery
There's-
technology it's improving, but our battery technology is not very good. It doesn't have a massive capacity. It isn't very quick to charge. It's not ideal. It's very like
I would
lackluster.
say we're on the edge of a breakthrough with battery technology. By the way, graphite batteries, I've heard, have been
Rolled
kind
out
of getting a
on-
lot better.
Yeah,
Like
they
the studying over them has been greatly increased over, you know, cars
should
needing
be,
them,
yeah.
and I mean even like your smartphone, like, you know, Apple's probably put in a
And
lot
but
of
the
money.
thing
Samsung
is,
has.
I'm not like, unlike a lot of you, I'm not like chastising people who are still clinging to gas cars yet, because there's a lot of reasons that make electric
Right.
like unappealing beyond the
Well,
whole.
there's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why it's that some people don't like think.
I mean,
like
they
elec-
also
The number one reason for like 99% of people is just pricing. It's too
yes,
expensive for
it's
to
way
get
too
an electric
expensive.
car.
I'm a hypocrite in this way because I don't have now. I'm a
Idea,
very
please.
big. I'm a very big believer in electric cars. Oh, I think we need to get Lamb back in the lobby.
Oh.
Um,
Yep. Come on back, Lemmy.
I'm
Jammy.
a big believer in electric cars, but I have there's two problems. One is
Oh, you
that they are
frozen?
way too expensive to purchase here. And the other thing too is that my town in particular. Now it's not so bad in a lot of other places, but in my town in particular,
Okay.
we have like one like car charger. That's it. So it is
What?
not. Yes, we have
Okay,
one.
Nin, tell him how it looks in where we live.
We have one.
Walgreens
kind
has
of,
them. Grocery store
we,
has them.
we kind of have them basically everywhere, unless
Yeah.
you want a Tesla supercharger, then you have to go to specific
like-
locations.
You charge while you go to the
which-
grocery store. Like while you're in the grocery store, your
Also-
car's charging outside.
Also,
Yeah.
another problem with electric cars is there isn't like a unified standard yet. Like we need to have
Well,
like a
there
standard
mostly
charging type.
is one, but the only problem is Tesla has their own.
It's Tesla are
The
very.
problem is that Tesla has, like, you know, the superior like network. They have the faster charging. They have everything that's better than the current quote unquote standard.
They're in
And then
charge
there's
of-
the standard, which is just very basic.
My
It would be
understanding
significantly
is there were really 3 standards. One of those is being phased out, and the current standard we still have, and then there's Tesla.
Electric as well, like the problem is that right now is that there's not really a good standard. Like Tesla, the problem is with Tesla, and I used to really admire Teslas. My dream car at one point was a Tesla, literally my dream car. I have pulled away from them because one is the intentions of the guy who owns them is not really as pure as I once thought, and number two is that they yes, okay, Teslas are great. There's a lot of technology inside them that's really cool. They are better for the environment than a gas car, absolutely. But here's the problem: is that the intentions of the company are purely a profit-based one. So it's more profitable to them to have their own unique type of charger, rather than it's great if everybody in the world was driving a Tesla. If everybody was given a Tesla, there'd be no problem. The problem is that there's loads of other types of electric cars, and Tesla's compatibility with them is not ideal, and it's
I've
just
heard
not.
that they are quote unquote gonna expand the charging port and allow other cars to use them, but I don't know if that's ever gonna actually be a thing.
It's
They're just
I
not
don't know.
saying
My
it.
understanding
my
is
breath.
you can, like, if you have, like, you can charge like a different kind of electric car at a Tesla supercharger. You need but you need an adapter for it, and vice versa.
I'm sure the people
charge
that
it.
have them, like, they know what to do. I'm sure.
they
Like,
need
they
it.
got it all.
You can use an adapter to use non-Tesla charging ports too.
I think again, like it's
But
a lot of it again.
but using the adapter is cumbersome, from what I've heard.
It's not an ideal. They don't make
What-
it easy. I'm sure as time goes on, they will get better at like integrating a way of making it so that it's more standardized. Or that
Once
the
it
adapters
becomes
they use-
standardized, that more people have, those cars, then
There are-
more people have electric, I think they will come out with some kind of standardized charging for everyone.
Yeah.
I think what they're gonna try doing Tesla is
And,
gonna focus less on
and,
selling cars
like,
and more on.
For some areas don't have like the electric infrastructure, because charging requires a lot of power, more than you
Oh,
think.
it's
Yeah.
oh
I
well.
think-
Again, like there's like one spot in my town that has like there's like I think like 4 like actual like ports like in like
Wow.
the supermarket. Like I said, like electric cars are a bigger thing in the U.S. and they are growing
They're-
here and they're growing
it's-
everywhere.
I
But
think-
You know what though? It's not even. I wouldn't even say the U.S. It's parts of the U.S. Like
Yeah.
the South where we live, the West Side is very big on that, but the South is very
Against it,
anti-electric
yeah.
cars.
Also,
Yeah.
I would
Um,
definitely say that Tesla's moving away from actually selling cars because one, their quality isn't really the best, and two, I mean when
They
they do sell
overpromise.
cars, when they do sell cars, they're more focusing on upselling in the software front, where they can do the quote unquote autopilot or auto driving basically. And then their main profiting is just gonna mainly be on, the charging ports and allowing cars to use other charging ports, like using that charging port would really benefit Tesla because then they could charge those users too, even if they don't have a Tesla. And,
There's a lot
and
of-
it's just a lot of benefit, like
I
to
feel
them
like-
because they get money off of that.
There's a lot of problems. See, like that's another thing I wanted to talk about is like auto driving cars. They're a really great thing, but the other problem is how do you convince people to embrace that technology? Because I know a lot of people who would actually flip at the idea of having a car that drives them.
And not to
People-
mention the
No.
potential of them running people over if they're not
I
designed
will
right.
not. I won't drive one. I'm scared of those, honestly.
Yeah,
I
literally,
won't. I won't. I
to
won't.
be
I mean, not drive
completely
it. I won't
fair-
ride in one. I should say.
People
To be
literally.
completely fair, I'm pretty sure that they actually it's even to the point where they actually have like safety things in the car built in to like warn you and divert you away from
It's-
pedestrians even if you don't have it turned on, which is
Well, even if-
arguably a good thing, so.
Well, I was
I
gonna
think-
say because like even if autonomous driving is perfect
I
and it
can
never goes
see
wrong,
maybe the autonomous driving being like more of an assisted driving, if that makes sense, but not totally automated.
it will have.
Well, that's what it is
It'll
currently.
have. it'll have like its applications in like highways and stuff, but especially the bits of like long, boring. But here's the thing: I know way too many people who, even if autonomous driving is 100% flawless and never crashes, the biggest problem is that so many people I know, they do not want to be in autonomous cars. They like the control. They want to be the ones. And for some, it's literally just, oh, I don't trust it. I want to be the one in control, like Blue. But there are some who are like, I don't want to be driven around by some. There is like there's. Oh,
I'd rather not have. I'd rather not have my car be hacked.
The reason I don't, well, there's a few things I have against them, but you know, it's people have died being ran over by them. People have been in crashes. They say there's so many concerns too with like the reflections, I guess, like semi reflections from them.
Well, even if
that to me, if there's just even for me, it's like.
Well, I think the changes are very low, but honestly, I think that they haven't really improved to that front at all.
Well, I'm also talking about.
If anything, we should be just making. We should just be making electric cars more accessible, not like how high tech we can make them.
Well, I think that's the other thing too.
Number one thing is to get profit, and eventually their cars are just going to be dirt cheap.
I don't like Tesla anymore.
It's just going to. It's just I don't know. There's not really other companies that are really pushing electric as hard as Tesla.
Actually, there are.
Not
Rivian
as hard as Tesla,
Rivian's
but
good.
Which one?
Rivian. They're like they are
yeah,
specializing in electric.
They only have one car
trucks.
though.
They're very. I just saw my first one of those not too long ago.
They're very
but
new. There's only one of them.
Here, the way we know when people have electric cars is like we'll be like, for instance, we go to this park. It's right down the street, and we spin Pokemons. When a car drives by us like silent, I'm like, oh, electric. And they're SUVs. There's so many make and models right now that have electric that I can't even really keep track of.
Well,
like which ones offer and which don't. Toyota was huge. You guys all know that. The Prius was literally like the beginning of it all. I mean, that's the one that wasn't that the one that Leonardo went and bought like everybody he knew, every single person he knew.
Prius was very major in that.
The Prius
was the first big one. Yeah, but it was the first. It was the one that first made like this really known, like at least for me.
No, it was, and here's the other thing though. That's another problem with electric that we haven't even really touched on is that they're better for the environment, but they're also not really at the minute because yes, they don't cause any emissions directly, but the way you charge them comes from the power grid, and if our power grid is still heavily reliant on fossil fuels, which currently it is, we're not really doing any better.
For us, we're actually doing pretty good. For most places, it's not.
Well, yeah,
most of our power is like hydroelectric. Luckily, in Washington.
Killed me.
It's more in there it's great, but but I'm more talking like just in general because it's like if more people are using electric cars and more people start charging them, now you've got millions of people charging cars and taking a lot of power all at once. And that's coming from a power grid that is mostly fulfilled by oil power, like natural gas or coal power. Then it solved the issue of cars causing emissions, but you've just made the power grid itself cause more emissions. So it's like they need to get it to a point where electric cars will really pay off when all of our power grid, every last area of the world, is no longer reliant on fossil fuels, which may take a long time. So it's good, but it's not.
Yeah, and there's a lot of technology that's really cool. That's natural resources and all that, and it's just hard to implement. I think the biggest one that's kind of starting to get started is nuclear fusion. I think.
Yeah.
But even that has its issues, and people have been very about it.
Very recently,
maybe 10, 20 years.
It very recently, Schulte actually mentioned this in Outcast. Schulte actually showed that there was actually a fusion power reactor that, for the first time ever, did make an insignificant amount more energy than was put into making it start. So it's not applicable yet. It's for a long time. It's not really going to be very efficient.
We gotta hope
but we've got past the hardest stage, which is going from making it where we're losing energy for using it, to now matching, to now we're producing the tiniest ounce of energy in return for a little bit less than we use.
Politics and that doesn't get in the way of it.
Sadly, it often does. Like, see, nuclear power. That's another problem. A lot of
There's
people
also,
think.
Yeah,
There's also
people are
just, like,
afraid of
solar
it, and
panels
it's like
and
it's
stuff.
gonna irradiate
Well, yeah,
them or
but the
whatever.
safer stuff is just, you know,
That's
solar
because
panels
that's how we've
and
been
stuff.
kind of trained to be.
Well, nuclear power
Hydroelectric.
is.
If you do hydroelectric,
Nuclear is
there's
safer than that.
also.
The
Yeah, but like
studies
when
show
it.
that less people die.
Yeah, but I mean, like when it's fully, like right now, like fully done and stuff, nuclear is gonna be super. But like,
Being done right,
I'm-
it's safe.
I'm also
Fukushima-
meaning like there's also just like a ton of other technologies out there that really need to be put into the public's hands and used more often just by everybody
Like,
because they're just super efficient.
I really don't want to get into controversial topics on Skade, but the fact of the matter is, despite all the controversy around nuclear power, it is one of the safest, if not the safest powers.
It is currently.
we have.
We
Currently,
have
it is,
nuclear
like,
power plants.
the stats show that like nuclear power, like it has the least deaths. Like obviously now, when the worst thing happens, we'll see a lot of people who are against nuclear power will point to the most controversial one, which is of course Chernobyl. That's the one which of
Probably
course
shouldn't say
was
it,
a very
just 'cause people are.
no.
I don't mind bringing it up, but a few of us may mind. So
Well, I'll just
It's
say
just
like
because
in the-
it's even though it's like so long ago, it's still such like a scary thing to even like think about generally. But
Well, I'll just-
yeah, if that didn't happen, I'm sure we'd be like
we'd have
10,
more of
20
it.
years ahead.
I think so too.
being-
It
being-
really sucks. It really
it's
sucks. But it
progressively
also
being
taught us
phased
safety.
out.
It also
Yeah.
taught us safety about it. So which is also
It's a shame a lot of people use it to push an agenda because it's unfortunately like nuclear power is progressively being phased out, but mostly like majorly in Europe. Like we're losing nuclear power plants every year. Like no new ones are ever being built, and so it's a shame because it's a very good like tool to kind of transition from fossil fuels into renewable energy because renewables are great, and in terms of energy and safety, like when it comes like lack of polluters, it's better, but the problem is that right now it's not really efficient enough that we can really use it and to the best of its ability. So
Yeah. Also, at the deal, whenever I was working at the dealership that was near me, I had talked about electric cars with them, and they were even the owner. He was like, "No, they're never gonna add electric stuff there
their
because
business is gonna die.
Let me
They
just
will.
say-
They will. Eventually, they will.
Let me
They'll
just
have to.
say
Wait,
that,
can I finish, please?
Yeah.
They said they'll never do it because it costs too much. The electric bill would be too much and everything. But honestly, I do have one problem with electric cars. If you install an electric charging area at your house, your electric bill will go up like who knows how much.
yeah, it's not a great.
I know a
It's
few
not.
people that have them, and they've never. I mean, I haven't heard anyone complain about that side of it yet.
I should also note
It
that
depends on
I'm
how
really
your house is set
glad that like the bills and stuff for kind of banning gasoline cars eventually didn't get like completely shot down because of like big gas companies and stuff.
It's they unfortunately have so much.
Unfortunately, a lot of
Like most states have, at least most states here have like.
It's ready up. We have 2 minutes. Let's play again. Ready up.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of big business here that has like a shocking amount of power, almost as they basically like almost as much as our government does.
They have a lot of influence on like what we like. See, they're a big reason I think too why so many people are against like giving up their gas guzzlers. I just wish there was an easy way where we could like convince them of the brilliance of electric cars without and maybe find a compromise because hybrids was that compromise. You still get the gas guzzly like features, but you also get the electricity. But unfortunately, how do you get a fully electric car to have people interested in like? How do you get people?
The problem with hybrids, is just that they got such a bad rap. Like everybody, it's infamous that everybody knows a Prius, that it runs bad. So I think honestly, the Prius did good. It did a lot of good because it helped people get.
It broke into the
it.
thing. Yeah.
It broke into the market at
Yeah,
the time when
it got the ball rolling.
but it broke into the market at a time where electric cars weren't viable, and it kind of caused issues because now people view electric as a Prius, and Priuses aren't good.
I think people are also threatened by them too. I feel like people are threatened by electric cars and feel as though, and I get why, because I like I said, I just wish there was a way where like they could come up with a way where electric cars still had, because I agree with them. Although I think they're very stubborn for not at least seeing the good side of electric cars, I do get that there are some things about a classic like gasoline car that you cannot replicate in an electric car, and for that, I do wish there was a way where we could kind of meet in the middle so that they got that amazing feel that they wish they could have from a gas car, but implemented into an electric one that's still good for the environment. And right now, there just isn't really any kind of clear way of doing that. Because, again, like there's nothing nicer than hearing that engine rev. Like, a lot of people love that, and that's something you just don't really have the same experience in with electric cars. So if there was a way where we could really promote that and maybe, like, come up with a car design that is electric but has some of those features that a lot of people who love like gasoline and like diesel cars enjoyed. I think that would be great, and I think we'd get a lot more people interested in transitioning to them. So
I'm gonna go. So bye.
oh, bye, Magic.
Bye.
But it's interesting. It's hard to get people interested in this kind of stuff, and it's frustrating. I wish that it was more economic. I would love to be saying I was driving around in an electric car right now, but I mean, at least I didn't get a diesel. Diesel in the UK, specifically, is being phased out by, I think, 2026, I think, was the date.
You guys have, like, diesel still super common. We only use it
Diesel.
for semi-trucks and...
Yeah.
Diesel is used in a lot of
school
cars.
buses, basically.
Like actual cars?
Yes, car cars, yes.
Wow.
Diesel,
See, here you only see it for very big trucks or, like Nan said, semis or
School
like,
buses.
so
school
it's-
buses. Yeah. Your
so it's
car
petrol?
is? Wow.
I
No,
think
not my
it
car.
was...
No, my car is petrol.
Not you.
sorry.
Lamb.
Oh, my
I was reading
apologies.
Lamb's. Yeah. Okay.
Well, like yeah, like in the UK, like so we have petrol, which is just literally gasoline. It's just a different name. But yeah, we have diesel is very common. It's not as common. I'd say maybe like 70% of cars are petrol and 30% are diesel. But yeah, like a massive chunk. Like if you go to a petrol station or a gas station, it's either you'll have a 50-50 split of petrol and diesel pumps. So yeah, it's
Okay, so why do you guys call it petrol, but then you just say diesel like how everybody else says it?
Well, petrol, I think, is just a generic term for gas, and then there's
Nah,
diesel.
they're
kind
intentionally
of like
saying
unleaded,
gas wrong.
unleaded, diesel. Like we have so many options. So.
Nah, they're definitely intentionally saying gasoline wrong.
Petrol and diesel are different. Yeah, they're different types of.
I know.
They're both gasoline, is what we would say, Lamb, but they're different types. But you guys call it something.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
be
so petrol.
surprised if, right, if like British, like if they went with petrol, because we Americans call like both gasoline and natural gas.
Yeah, we do call them both the same thing, and they're not the same thing. We like to be a little complicated sometimes. Yep, we're Americans. You got it, Liam. Evan
Sometimes we're
I heard him get
complicated.
called, so he probably it's just muted.
Like, for me personally, the idea of an electric car is like compelling to me. It's just the thing is cost and both the cost to like buy the car and the cost to like own the car, like including like the cost of electricity to charge it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to be
I
honest,
would
at
like
least
one.
right now,
But-
the pricing of gas is expensive compared to electric cars just charging at your house and raising your bill probably by.
Well, the thing is, the price of
From
gas.
what I've heard, it's not that
the
not
price
that much.
the price of gas fluctuates all the time.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
it's
generally
been-
it's
It's been higher
rough
lately for a
recently.
while.
Yeah.
It's been a rough year for
It's
gas.
also kind
Not
of like
this
the
year, but last year.
it's kind of like the gas companies are also a little bit like trying to see how much they can make it, where people still pay for it a little bit.
Well, yeah, 'cause you don't have a choice. You literally, and if one gas station owner raises, then they all raise, because if you're gonna charge, let's say, $5 a gallon, and this guy over here is charging $3 a gallon, the guy that's charging $3 a gallon is gonna increase to 5 because he can. Why? Because he can, not because he should. But you would think it'd be cheaper because then.
Well, you also have to consider. I've watched this on the news before that like the gas station owners have to do that because that's how they stay afloat.
Well, the barrels. So here's one of the things that happened with this last big gas raise that people weren't understanding was the prices went up, but the cost of the barrels didn't go up, and so it was like they were anticipating it would go up because of the stuff going on in Ukraine, and so we went from like $3.20 a gallon to like $5.50 a gallon, like that. It was really high. It was really high.
That they need to put like laws
regulating it,
like regulating that. But it should also be noted that I mean some gas stations probably do lower the prices compared to their competitors nearby, just because they would get more sales. But no.
That's not how it works, though.
No. Listen, like they do it in a way where they maximize their profit while minimizing how much they drop it by. So if they drop it by 10 cents and they get, if they drop it by 10 cents and then they get, 150 more customers, then that's a lot more worth it. But it's not like they would drop it like $1 and get 1,000 more customers, because they wouldn't make it more money. They would just make the same basically. So they would much prefer to do the lower it by 10 cents than to, and then their competitors also do the same, and then I don't know, and then eventually they get to a point where it's too low to make a profit, and then they raise it by a bunch, and then everybody else raises it because they're like, well, if they're raising it and they get away with it, then we
that's exactly what's happening. Only they're not doing the first part, which is because it makes sense. You and I, it makes sense. Okay, well, if they're doing theirs for $5 and we do ours for $3, we're gonna get 10 times more business there. We'll end up making more money in the end. But that's not how it worked. It's like one goes up $1, they all go up $1. It's so frustrating. And then come back, I have something for you.
Well, maybe it's, I don't know. I feel like it kind of works not exactly 100% the same per every gas station. Like, in your area, you only have like a few gas stations that you can really pick
Welcome
from.
back.
But like in big cities, they got a lot of more competition and stuff, so they kind of have to.
Thank you.
How many gas stations do you guys have?
This is why oh my god.
Maybe like
2.
5 max.
2.
Max. Just 2.
2.
So
we
you guys don't have any
we
competition.
literally have 2.
You don't have any competition.
But you know what? We're lower than the Swin. Like, we're lower than Mount Vernon. So that's what's weird. Like, we're lower. Yeah. So like we have 2 gas stations. One is an actual gas, just a normal one, and then one is through our like grocery store. And
Crits on him. How did he survive that?
but like for some reson they're a tiny bit lower here than they are like on the other side of the bridge.
Well,
which I don't
that
understand.
could also just
Costco.
be actual gas prices are actually like kind of lower there, 'cause they do kind of fluctuate per location. So.
Yes, Costco is really big, and we just recently got our Costco membership again, so probably be getting like Costco gas again. But the lines are long. That's the downside about Costco is the lines are so long.
It's so nice. They actually like it's.
But Nin doesn't
I'm sure
mind.
they make.
It's Hilly Pizza. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they make a lot of profit from their gas, because even though they lower the prices even a little bit, because I mean they don't really lower the prices, but you still pay the membership plus the gas price. So like, and so many more people go there because the prices are a little bit lower. So they must be like, a lot of money from doubling down.
The petrol prices here are insane here. Like we have 2 as well. We have 2 on like opposite sides of town, and the prices, they've only recently managed to get back to a fairly normal price. But like We'll just
Yeah.
say like a year ago, we'll say the prices were ridiculous. Like it
Same
was
here.
like it was crippling for us. It's
Yeah.
it's now at a point now like I have to pay around, I don't even know how much it is. It's quite a lot to fill up my car. It's like I want to say it's like £60, so that'll be like $80.
That's a lot of
and
food.
that's okay, but it's still more expensive than it was. It's kind of, this was kind of the price kind of during the onset of like the panini, and then the really bad prices came with obviously that kind of thing that happened around this time last year with Europe. So it's definitely improved, but we have a long way to go with the prices. It's crazy, but I don't know how your guys' prices raised, but like here, like mean, it
they
depends on
like
which-
basically more than doubled, and for us, like, so it came to a point
Same here. They
that
doubled
some
it.
Americans were like, we can choose to have gas this week, or we can have food. That was
Yeah.
a joke, but it really wasn't a joke because your normal gas, so if like it normally costs you $50 to, like for me, it cost me about $75 to fill up my tank, and on a normally, and then when this was happening, it was more like $150.
This was another reason why
That's
we took a break.
Huge jump.
That's a reason why that's actually another reason why I took a break from learning to drive, because it was around this time that like the prices for driving was so ridiculously high that it actually wasn't economic for me to continue learning to drive after failing my test. Like I was planning on booking my test like as soon as after I'd failed that last test as possible. But the delay of like booking it was ridiculous, and the prices for gas was so high that it was actually gonna like really damage us financially for me to do that. So I held off on it for a while.
It's expensive.
There were other reasons.
It's better. We're like you. It's better now. Like the last few months, I'll say it's actually like settled down, but it was really
It's
bad
not.
there for
It's
a while.
not great, but it's now. It's gone from worse to now. It's not great, but it's okay. It's not as
Right.
good as it was pre-panini, but
We
it's
went
now
exactly.
manageable.
It's high enough that we would have complained before, but now after it being so high,
We're just used
we're
to it,
actually just
yeah.
relieved. We're actually more relieved. It's not as bad as it was. So.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, again, like
It's like gas, but Stockholm syndrome. Yeah.
pretty much. Because
I
like,
think I
It's like we're
remember
3 cents less. Yay!
See, like, with gas here, like the prices were strangely. You'd have a slight difference in price between the two like petrol stations, but it was like, you might go somewhere else in the country and it's really cheap. So, for example, like in a neighboring town, you can get petrol quite cheap. But in my town, I just realized I'm rotating the word petrol and gas a lot.
Just pick one. Pick one.
Say
Petrol.
gas.
Just say
I'm gonna
gas.
say
Gas.
no petrol. We say
One,
petrol there. I'm
bus.
saying petrol.
One,
I know,
No.
but if you're saying both, just say say gas.
I don't want to
Say
be
the correct
American.
one.
You could just say fuel if you want.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, fuel. I like that. Much more neutral. Yeah, the fuel prices here, they also vary like depending on where you're buying it from. So, for example, a neighboring town, you can get petrol quite cheap, whereas in my town, it's quite, it's more expensive. But it's the same. It's quite similar pricing between the two petrol stations in my town. It's weird. It's weird how it varies.
They're usually always within a few cents.
Yeah,
it's
it's
rare to
never
find one station that's like way less. And if it is,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
usually because it's like, oh, well, that's the cash price. Because we have that too here. Where it's like the cash price is one price, and then the debit price is a whole nother one.
Mhm.
So dumb.
It's kind of like
Depending on how you pay is how much it costs.
I definitely is not a fun thought having to like pay for like petrol though. Like it's not going to be fun having to like pay all that money to like fill it up. But it's
This is where you learn. So like right now,
To
you're gonna want to
manage.
drive all the time, and then one day it's gonna hit you, and you're gonna be like, I kind of wish or you're not gonna wish anything because you're gonna enjoy this time no matter what. But you're gonna realize like, okay, well, I'm not gonna do this
now
every
I need
week.
to budget. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now I'm gonna like drive when I kind of need to drive, and occasionally might do it for leisure. But like if I
Yeah.
can easily
Nah,
walk to the
driving
shops, I'm gonna
sucks.
walk to the shops. See, like
I've got to
again,
drive to Seattle twice in the summer, and I'm already dreading the drive. And it's
If
only an
I
hour
lived-
drive.
If I
That's
lived in
the
a
first
15,
one. Huh.
if I lived in a city like Amsterdam, I would never ever get a car. I would literally take public
Just
transportation
something.
everywhere.
Oh no, I bought
What?
Manchester Orchestra tickets.
Oh yeah, never mind.
I've talked about it everywhere. I even tweeted
thought
about it.
it
I
Oh,
was
that's
so
what you were
excited.
laughing at. I thought you were laughing at me saying Amsterdam.
Oh, no. The capybaras too, so I take that back. I have 3. We have 3 different times
Are
I
you
have to drive.
Are you two gonna dominate this until like you have to go?
Which is now, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Wait,
well, I was gonna say I remember
Yeah.
like my mom well, I think I went with her on a shopping trip once, and she had to refill her car like while we were on the trip, and I don't remember exactly. I think she had to fill I think she filled it up from empty to full. I don't remember what exactly the price was, but it was like crazy. Like I think like 90 or maybe $100.
Yeah, that's usually about what it is now for me to fill up mine. Right around $100. Well,
Like a full tank for her car is about 20 gallons.
yep, same. For a certain emote, I can't find it. I'm always losing my emotes. All right, well, do you want to do your outro, Dusty?
Sure. Thank you all for watching. This has been me, Dusty Circuit, here with some more Fortnite with Skade. Remember to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe if you liked what you saw. And if you want to see my next videos, be sure to hit the bell for notifications. And peace out.
Peace out. I have that one, Leo, and I cannot find